Tony Robbins just ran the most sophisticated marketing campaign I've seen recently. 6 podcasts, 15 million views, 2 weeks, 1 free event, and almost no one is talking about what he actually did. This was a masterclass in psychological marketing, and everything here applies to your business too, even without Tony's budget or connections. My name is MARINA VASKINA. I've been in strategic marketing for over 20 years, working with brands from Fortune 500 to small businesses. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 psychological mechanics Tony's team used and exactly how you can apply each one of them. Even if you're a small business owner or a marketing team of 1. Let's get into it. Over 2 weeks, Tony Robbins appeared on 6 major podcasts. Alex Hormozy's Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO, Jay Shetty, Graham Stefan's Iced Coffee Hour, Cody Sanchez's Lewis Howes, all timed to promote one thing, his annual free summit called Time to Rise. Podcast tours are not new. Lots of people do them for book launches, product launches, whatever. But most people do podcast tours like a checklist. Show up, say your pitch, hope it works, but this one was different. This was psychological architecture. Let me show you why. First, mechanic number 1, the surround sound effect. 6 podcasts, 2 weeks, over 15 million views combined. If you are anywhere in the self-improvement business or personal finance space, you could not escape Tony Robbins during this window. This creates manufactured ubiquity. Suddenly, it feels like the whole world is talking about Tony Robbins and this summit, and that feeling triggers something powerful: fear of missing out, FOMO. When you see Hormozy talking about Tony, then Bartlett, then Jay Shetty, your brain starts thinking, wait, what am I missing? Everyone's talking about this. Maybe I should check it out. This is the same principle Coca-Cola uses. They don't need more awareness. They need omnipresence. So you think of them first when you're thirsty. Tony did the same thing for a free event. How you can apply this? You don't need 6 podcasts, but you do need coordinated visibility. Line up 3 to 5 touch points in 1 week. Maybe guest posts, podcast appearances, collaborations, email features, advertising, all pointing to one offer. That's your surround sound. Mechanic number 2, and this is the part most people miss. Tony reinvented UGC. What's UGC? Very popular right now, user-generated content. Usually, it's a real customer filming themselves saying, I love this product, it works because it's authentic. But Tony took this to another level. He got 6 of the biggest creators on the planet to say on camera, with real emotion, this man changed my life. Hormozy talked about how Tony's strategies shaped his thinking. Bartlett got emotional about Tony's impact. These were not scripted endorsements. These were genuine testimonials from people with massive trust. That's not influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is check out this product, use my code. This was something different. This was podcaster as UGC at scale. The trust these hosts have with their audiences, it transferred directly to Tony and to the summit. How you can apply this? You don't need Hormozy, of course, but you do need trusted voices. Find 3 to 5 people maybe your audience already trusts. Past clients, peers, micro-influencers in your space. Get them to share their real experience working with you, with your product, not as an ad, as a real conversation. Maybe interview format, podcast, Instagram Live, video testimonials. That's UGC that actually converts. Mechanic number 3, and this is the one that separates amateurs from pros. Tony didn't use the same message everywhere. Most brands work with creators like this. Here is my product, here is my script, post it. Same message, every creator, mostly. Hope it works. Tony's team did something completely different. They asked, who is this podcaster's audience? What do they care about? What angle will resonate with their world? And then they tailored the message for each tribe. Let me show you what I mean. On Hormozy's podcast, Audience of Business Owners Scaling Companies, Tony talked about push versus pull motivation, how to sustain drive when you've already won. On Jay Shetty's podcast, Audience of Spiritual Seekers, Tony talked about anxiety, mental health, emotional mastery. On Graham Stefan's podcast, Gen Z Focused on Money, Tony talked about financial strategy and investing principles. Same Tony, same summit, completely different angle. This is message audience fit at the highest level. Everyone who watched felt like Tony was speaking directly to them, because he was. How you can apply this? Before your next collaboration, stop asking, what's my message? Start asking, what does this person's audience care about? What problem can I solve for them? And then tailor your angle to sound relevant to that audience. Mechanic number 4, the meta-narrative. Across all 6 podcasts, Tony told the same origin story. Thanksgiving, he's a kid, no food in the house, a stranger knocks on the door with groceries, his father slams the door, we don't take charity. Tony decided that day to dedicate his life to serving others. That's why he feeds millions of people every year. That's why he does this summit for free. This story reframes everything. Suddenly, the free summit is not a marketing funnel. It's a life mission. It's not sign up for my thing. It's this is why I exist. One signature story repeated everywhere builds trust faster than 10 different pitches. How you can apply this? What's your origin story? The moment that shaped why you do what you do. Find it, refine it, tell it consistently. That's your trust building engine. Mechanic number 5, long format. All these podcasts are not 60-second ads. They are 90-minute conversations. Long form doesn't just inform, it transforms. You hear Tony's frameworks, you watch the host react, you see pushback and real dialogue. By the end, you don't just know Tony, you believe him. Short form grabs attention, long form creates believers. That's why podcasts are so powerful for high trust offers. You can't fake authenticity for 90 minutes. How to apply this? If you're only doing short form content, you're only getting attention. To build real belief, you need long form. Podcast appearance, YouTube, long form interviews, that's where trust compounds. This is what strategic marketing looks like. Apply one and see what happens. I do these breakdowns often. Stick around. I'll see you in the next one.